Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is Tuesday, Giving Tuesday, and I think this time of year and any time of year it's important to give. In the spirit of giving, Liberty Life by Lisa will be donating to 2 charities this year. Here in Vancouver in the Lower Mainland, there has been a lot of devastating storms and rain and winds and floods. I am going to be donating to the Red Cross, and my money will be matched, which is a great thing. In addition, I'll be giving to the Covenant House. This is the same charity that I gave to last year. So welcome back to the channel. I had a very successful video last year, which was Wrap Like a Pro. And this year I want to throw in a few wrinkles into wrapping and how to wrap gifts that are odd-sized, pretend I don't have a box scenario. So things that you use in order to wrap. Some of my tips for success is double-sided tape. This is helpful. You don't have to have it, and many times when I wrap presents I can't find it or I've just run out. You don't need to have double-sided tape. You can use regular tape and just flip it around backwards and make a little ring on your finger. And you should have a few of those at the ready, and therefore I'm going to put 5. Oops, there goes my paper. I'm in the living room this year. I was in the dining room last year, but I have a fire going, so I thought it would be nice. The next tool that you need is a cutting implement. Scissors you can use, or as I showed last year, I have this little handy slicer. Now these come in all kinds of versions. I've even seen them for now. They have them for opening up their Amazon type packages. And they're simply, there's a safety element to them and they have a razor within them. The reason I like these is because it's so much faster. But then again, you don't need it. You can simply use scissors, tape. You don't need to have these things, but just nice to have. Last but not least, you need some nice paper. Now this is the Liberty Life by Lisa paper. I had this custom made years ago, and I have it both on Amazon.com and Amazon.ca. And if you expand the description below, and you will see that I have a coupon. I have a link to my link tree, and if you actually go on Amazon.com or .ca, you can use the coupon Wrap It Up 2021 for an extra percentage off. The other wrinkle that or challenge that I've put upon myself is I am going to do 2 different shaped gifts, because that's reality, right? We do get nice boxes every once in a while. A couple of different shaped objects that are going in. So what do you do? The first one that I'm going to wrap is cute little vans. I actually got one funny comment from a viewer as well, and it was kind of like that line from Christmas Vacation where the father-in-law says the twinkling lights aren't twinkling, Clark. Yes, good old comments in YouTube. A woman stated that my lines weren't lined up on the sides of the gift. So just for you, I'm gonna line up the lines on the side. Ideally, you want it to be halfway on your box, but anywhere from half to close to the top is fine. So let's just go here. Okay, so I'm just going to do it here. The nice thing about stripe is you just follow. There you go. So now I'm going to flip this over. I do not need this whole piece for this little gift, right? I'll put this back here. So you basically go around your gift, and you want to go, once it's totally covered, and you can tell by you go all the way around once, and then you want to go and a half. I know that is about there. You can make a little line. So let's wrap this up. I want the top to be the top when they open it. So make sure it's in the center, your gift, and you can do that, well, being that it's stripes, it can be exactly in the middle. And I like to have it so that it meets, it's going to be taped in the center of the bottom. So let's take a piece of tape and we can put it on the center. And fold this in half. Let me just put it towards me. tip 1, you don't want any sharp edges, so you always fold this sharp edge over. There you go. And then bring it up. Know where you're going to put it, and then for planning. And then I always like to put the piece of tape right there on the edge. So that is the first part. Make it nice and tight. Then, as I showed before, then you push this down. Naturally, you'll make triangles on each side. Everybody knows this part. This is not the game changer to wrap like a pro. And as I told last year when I did this, the reason I know how to do this is I worked at a very nice department store, and they brought a professional wrapper into the store to teach us how. Right now I'm just sitting it on top, the bottom. I haven't put any tape there because I am doing the triangles at the top while I've got it pressed down. So once you have this like this, you can actually bend this as well. You can make a flat blunt end on that and then put it down. Oh, look at this. Put a piece of tape there, but nice little stripes lined up. That was my first kind of funny comment on YouTube. Someone criticizing me about my stripes not being lined up. Okay, there too, I blunted that corner. Just put the tape on, just put the tape right there and bent it down. Tip 1, there's no sharp edges, no edges that don't have a fold to them, which is lovely. Center lines and all of it. Right. The next tip is pinching the corner. You pinch almost like you're ironing as the center line of your pants. So I guess even that's old school now. I don't think anybody irons center lines of pants anymore. So you just want to do a nice crease. I don't like papery ribbons. What I like is a nice satin ribbon. And so something like this, I would put a beautiful satin bow and put a piece of greenery, beautiful piece of cedar, eucalyptus. I'll take a shot at the end of what this looks like, but nothing says gorgeous wrapping like not only the actual box being beautiful, but then having a very elegant bow. Okay, so I'll finish this up and I'll show you at the end where you can make it a little bit festive by putting some greenery in there. But the paper is so classic that, you know, why do you need Christmas specific paper for just that? So you can fiddle with your bow and make it look beautiful. I have different types of bows. Bit of a different angle because I want you to see what I'm doing. I've got a few things that are funny shaped. When we want to reuse these different Amazon types of envelopes and to save on mail and costs of shipping, you want to be able to send in something like this. So I can really see the benefit of doing this other way of wrapping. Okay, I still want to have the effect of some tissue, but I don't think I'll need all of this because I'm trying to save on shipping costs. I will cut my piece. I think what I'll do is I'll just put these two products here and then fold it over and then take an extra width. So this is done. I'm going to edge it, so I'm going to fold over my edges, so you need extra. So let's do one whole other length. I will definitely not need this much length. Cut this, so I know that you're making a bag and a bottom. So this I'm going to fold over and then I'm going to fold it over again to make a cute little package. this is going to be the bottom of the bag. I would say you need another half of the width. Cut off this portion here. My 2 items. Make sure the price tags are off. They are. Again, I like tissue because it's still that extra element of surprise. I'm going to fold this over so that there is no sharp edge. I'm going to fold it over again in 2/3. And this would be a third, but I'm going to fold it so it doesn't have any edge to it. And just, you might want to come over and just make sure your products are going to fit in your bag once you fold it. So this is going to be the opening for the bag. So if you actually wanted to, you could actually make sure. Yeah, it will. So I'm going to fold this edge piece, long edge piece. I'm going to put a piece of tape on there so that when I flip it over down the center, when I put it, look at that, it's going to actually make a nice looking stripe. My tape about here, about halfway. So now you start to make your bag. So you go like this, flip it over. So for a bag like this, it's probably kind of 20% of the length. This is where you pop it open and press it down. So you make this kind of the eyelid, and then you make it go meet 50-50. Pop it down halfway. Halfway mark and the halfway mark. You might have a little extra because of that fold. Just tuck it in. You can just make a little bend so that it doesn't interrupt what you're doing. And then down and then crease it. And again, it's funny how it makes triangles automatically. Let it go naturally where it wants to go. Like it will work itself out. So there you go. And you want to put a little piece of tape in there. There. And then you pop it open. Pick out whichever side looks best to put your flap on, and you can flip it over and even maybe flip it over again. It needs to turn right there. Do a flap over like that, put a ribbon right there, and then when I package it into the bag, I'm going to fold it down again so that it fits. So that I can put a ribbon in there. So I'm going to put some gold. So there you have it. Some odd shaped packages, some packages that have to be mailed in mailers. This works. If it can fit in a mailer, you can wrap utilizing the making your own bag version of it, or you can use the classic wrapping that I showed. Remember, link in the description box to my link tree and get your coupon for this beautiful wrapping paper, and have yourself a very Merry Christmas, and remember to give to your favorite charity. All right, see you next time.